past kind of a really monumental date in the channel's history. January 4th marks the date of us becoming an actual company, and we registered the name of the company as Cornerstone Capital Solutions, and that's really a lot of what we provide on this particular channel. And it's just it's really satisfying to me to be able to kind of keep you guys in an open loop on the channel's progress, because since the very beginning, I've always done this channel not for me. I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it for you guys. And all too often, I find that in today's society, what we put our value into with regard to our superstar performers out there, right? Our professional athletes, our actors, you know, and even some of the YouTube guys that are out there and gals that are out there having some insurmountable success on YouTube. But what does it truly mean to be successful, you know? I was actually reluctant enough to go and check out Logan Paul's YouTube video. I had no idea who this character was, and I don't know the individual. I don't know him. I mean, he doesn't know me, okay? And I think criticizing from a distance is probably not the best, you know, remedy. But what I saw on the channel, and I see a lot, I'm a pretty insightful person, what was an attempt to mislead, no doubt about it. And obviously this individual is very, very successful on selling a particular image, portraying a particular image to at minimum 15 million subscribers, all right? So at the very least, there's 15 million people out there who think that somehow tuning into this individual and somehow supporting this individual's efforts and contributions back to society is somehow beneficial to the overall good. And I do studies all the time of, you know, celebrities, actors, people who win the lottery, and actors. And, you know, I've always just been a normal person. I don't come from money at all. I say it all the time on this channel. Kind of validate, you know, where I'm coming from in my position, approaching $500,000 of self-directed monies. That's really kind of what gives me the validation. I mean, if I got on here and told you guys that I lost $250,000, you know, it would probably provide a shockwave throughout YouTube, and I'd probably get 50,000 subscribers out of it. I don't know. But it seems like that's seemingly what people gravitate to now. And I just kind of want to discuss a little bit with regard to a success topic. I talk about this all the time, and it's a good topic to address every now and then, you know, with regard to what we consider success in life, what I consider success, and really just kind of introducing to you guys the rollout of the Cornerstone Capital Solutions company that I've just built. The YouTube channel is going to be a piece of that, okay? I do have plans to roll out a website, and the website is going to be a drop point for everything with regard to the resources that I talk about, of course the video, but I'm going to be writing some tutorials to really help new investors kind of understand a different perspective on approaching the stock market from an individual perspective, okay? You don't have to put all of your trust into somebody else. We look to put that success or trust back into ourselves when we're looking to enter into the stock market. So guys, welcome to the Independent Investor channel. If this is your first time to the channel, visiting the channel, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking the link below and get you guys notified of future videos that I put online. This is just going to be kind of a short address of a couple of studies and things that I looked at here in just the last couple days, and I want to kind of give you guys my perspective. And the first one is about the Johnny Depp crisis and how, you know, Johnny's one of my very favorite actors, and I'd love to meet the guy someday. He's one of the most talented actors, and when I watch his movies, I love him, and I don't know him, right? So who am I to judge, you know, what he's going through now, but all the information that's out there on Johnny Depp, at least when I read it from my perspective, is the $650 million of net worth that he was able to bring in, and a lot of that, I mean, he's one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. And us normal folks, man, if we're just watching the movies and we enjoyed Edward Scissorhands, that's from my generation, man, or Fear and Loathing, man. Those are some of the movies that I resonate to from my generation. But, you know, he's certainly contributed to my entertainment value. And again, you know, you don't know who this individual is, and you don't know why they entered into certain crossroads, right? Or why they decided to go one way and not the other. But I tell you what, if I could go back and I could sit with Johnny, I'd be like, listen, Johnny, okay, you need to keep everything in-house, okay? You need to keep everything in-house. And I talk about the strategic approach to the stock market in that layering up is the most important thing that you can possibly do. Now, at $650 million of net worth, if you want to own a yacht, by all means, buy a yacht. You're fine with that, all right? But do you have to be spending, I think I read that his monthly budget was like $30 million, something crazy like that. He has a staff of 40 people that needs to handle his business. So is all that necessary? You don't know unless you kind of get into and say, okay, you need this PR team and you need these teams, etc., to build out his name and support the entity. But now we're looking at a Johnny Depp that's actually in financial trouble and is having to pair off some of those assets. And at $650 million, my question is very simple. Is there enough accessible cash there to where we could have layered up in a self-directed account? And you guys, the self-directed account is the most appropriate for anybody. Anybody. I don't care if you're worth $650 million. I don't care if you're looking to invest your first $1,000. I don't care. Because every dollar that gets put into that account is yours and yours alone, all right? You're not introducing it to another transaction, or you're not entering into your particular business, which each and every one of you guys is your own business, right? And so each and every dollar that gets put into that account is yours and yours alone, okay? The appreciation in the stock market, and I find this ironic that I'm kind of reading about these financial irregularities in a time where normal people who have been participating in the stock market are actually accumulating some wealth, right? So how does somebody that's worth $650 million take their $650 million and have to pare back in a time where normal people who are participating in the stock market, or maybe who own a house out there who have enjoyed some of this appreciation going forward, is actually accumulating wealth in the same condition, right? And I really find it interesting. And if I could have went back and sat with Johnny and talked to him and said, man, listen, you've got to look into the prospects of layering up, because, man, I tell you what, multi-millions in my hands, I could layer up so much that you would never, ever be touched. There's no way that you could ever penetrate through all the layers that I would set up with real estate, bond funds, self-directed investing funds, everything that you could possibly do to basically build as many layers that were out there that would be possible to never have to cut so deep to actually get to the individual. And from a watered down perspective, that's actually kind of what I try to do for you guys, is to kind of provide you the avenue of perspective in that you look at your checking account, savings account, brokerage account, and your self-directed Roth IRA account as just being that, the start of that layering up an approach to really avoid those financial irregularities down the line. Are you ever going to be worth $650 million? Probably not. I'm not, all right? But the message is still sound for anybody out there that's looking to get involved in the stock market. Your approach should be to build as many safety layers as you possibly can, whether it be through hard assets, whether it is through real estate, if you guys own your own home, and then through your financial health. You guys should be looking to layer up as far as those perspective goes. And the deeper that your layers go, will help you weather downturns coming into the future. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this version of what what really is a superstar in today's world. And we have a lot of different definitions of what we think that is, you know? And I find it ironic because, you know, I question who indeed the real heroes are in today's society. And I say it, and I've said it in my catalog of videos, you know, the real heroes on YouTube are you. You guys are the real heroes here, man. You really are. You know, the subscriber base is the very investment that I took when I started Cornerstone Capital this year, okay? I took the investment in you guys, and I took the investment into where we're going to take this thing in teaching fundamental principles that are applicable to the starting investor and could be applicable to somebody that's worth $650 million. Guys, if you have comments on this particular address, and you know folks that have ended up worse off after winning the lottery, or you know about different you know, superstars that seemingly were worth everything under the sun, and now they're working to scramble, you know, to maybe, you know, downsize their lifestyle a little bit, leave those comments in the comments section. But I certainly thought it was worth addressing this topic for the sheer reason to my subscriber base to be selective in your thought process, all right? There's 15 million people out there to aspire to watch Logan Paul's video, all right? I was able to stomach about 2 minutes of the video before I shut it off, okay? I will never be watching that again. That's just my personal opinion, and quite frankly, I'm entitled to it. He could be a great individual. I don't know. I don't know him. But the content that's being reflected over YouTube and the disconnect between where I put value in information in helping people and the value that I saw transcended through that YouTube channel that had 15 million subscribers, guys, I'll opt for the value on your side every single time. Share this video with anybody out there that you know looking to get involved in the stock market. This is a great place to start for them, guys. I talk in plain language how any individual, irregardless of your experience, irregardless of your capital, or irregardless of your age, can get started enjoying some of the fruits and some of that capital appreciation, and offer you guys some of those capital solutions that you seek in the stock market. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and good luck in your investment future.